B92 Sports production. And now, Monday Night Baseball. Dixie Youth Game coverage on B92 is brought to you by Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Exit 40 Brookhaven, King's Daughters Medical Center, Brookway Market Basket on Brookway Boulevard, Rex Lumber Company, Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration, Toyota of Brookhaven on Brookway Boulevard, Dry Therapy Brookway Boulevard, and C&W Homes in Vicksburg. Now let's go behind home plate for Monday Night Baseball on B92.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Lincoln Civic Center Monday Night Baseball here on B92, the B92 Game of the Week. Back on alongside Jeff Richardson. Jeff, it's good to be back at the ballpark. Everything that we've been going through since mid-March kind of put our lives on hold, put extracurricular activities on hold, but this is the second week of ball here at the Lincoln Civic Center, and I just first want to commend Quinn Jordan, Eric H., Jerry Miller, and the whole staff here with the Lincoln Civic Center. All their facilities, the equine facility, the multi-purpose building, and you just can't say enough about these ball fields.
No, we have a beautiful place here to play baseball. You and I grew up playing on a rickety old field, and this is like the Taj Mahal of Little League baseball. And I wouldn't have given you $5 of a chance for us to be played tonight the way that the rain came today. But it's beautiful out here. It looks like they've barely maybe wet it down to get it ready for a ball game. So it's beautiful. Like you say, it's just exciting to be at a live baseball game. I haven't been at one since about mid-March, when all this kind of hit. So I'm very excited to be at this game.
Yeah, and I tell you what, the crowd is slowly moving in. We got some restrictions on the crowd. Each player is supposed to bring only 2 fans with them. They're supposed to spread out, and all the spectators are following directions of Quinn and his staff here, and umpires and coaches are meeting out on the field right now. So baseball is just around the corner here at the Lincoln Civic Center, field number 4. Tonight's matchup, we got the visiting team on the scoreboard. That's M2 Construction. They'll be taking on Brookhaven Radiology. M2 Construction's coached by Jared Mowdy, and Brookhaven Radiology head coach Joseph Durr. Expecting a good ball game. This is the 12U division, so these will be 11 and 12-year-old ball players, and they play the ozone-style baseball. That's real baseball. They play all 70-foot bases. It's just a good brand of baseball, and like I said, we expect a real good game tonight between these two ball clubs.
Yeah, we ought to see some fun out here. And if you are listening on the radio, you're to traditional 92.1, but you know some folks are where they can't get to a traditional radio. Tell them to get on YouTube and back guide them if you would.
Yeah, go to YouTube. Go to the search box on YouTube. You'll just type in B92 WBKN and look for the baseball logo. Should be the first one that pops up. And anybody that's outside the B92 listing area, you can listen to the ball game while you're driving down the road. And I think I just heard someone talking to Mr. Bill Soames. He's on his way back to town, and they're going to get him tuned in to the YouTube and listen to the ball game right there.
Yeah, so call other grandparents, aunts, uncles, those that would love to be here, but because of this pandemic can't be here. Get them logged in so they can listen and keep up with all the kids out here because they're out here playing and they're excited about being here.
For anyone in the area that hadn't been to the Lincoln Center baseball complex, it's a 4-field baseball complex. The Little League, I'll call it the Little League distance, is 200-foot fences. Then there's a 300-foot fence that fills field across the way. We're looking just to our right, and just a beautiful complex. And again, hats off to Quinn Jordan and his staff. Before we get going, I want to quickly mention some of our game sponsors: Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Brookway Market Basket, Rex Lumber, Toyota of Brookhaven, Dry Time, Damage Restoration Service, Tri Therapy, Physical and Occupational Therapy, Jeff, King's Daughters Medical Center, and C&W Homes out of Vicksburg. Those are our sponsors. They stepped up and said, hey, yeah, we'd be glad to sponsor Monday Night Baseball for you guys, and we'll certainly appreciate them. And we got some other sponsors along the way that we'll mention, and we'll certainly mention those throughout the ball game.
Yeah, it'd be fun to get these kids a little bit of airtime.
Oh, yeah.
I know they're just excited about here to play because probably a couple months ago we weren't really sure what we were going to be doing out here.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm part of the baseball committee here at Lincoln Civic Center. We went through the drafts in late January and got teams all set. Everybody was ready to go. And COVID-19 stepped upon us and, put everything on hold. But again, coaches have had a couple weeks to prepare their players. This is the second week of baseball, as I mentioned earlier. And I know the kids are really glad to be back out on the field and tossing the ball around and get some cuts in the batter's box. And that's what it's all about.
That's right.
Get as many games in. A lot of these guys, Jeff, they'll be moving up into the to the next grade of their school ball,
Right.
and they'll be going into 7th grade tryouts and things of that nature. So some of these 12-year-olds, this is just kind of prepping them for that school season.
Yeah, I mean, they start playing now in 7th, 8th grade and have a really good program in the public school and in the private schools, and these kids are prepping for high school right after that. So that's why I like the fact that they're playing the brand of baseball that they're playing that you were talking about,
Yeah.
Playing off and stealing and all kinds of stuff. It really prepares them. They don't have to jump up a level in rules, just maybe size of the park, when they move up that next stage, but otherwise it's going to be about the same.
Glenn Lewis on the mound for Brookhaven Radiology. Facing off with Cameron Rutland. Rutland wears number 6 for M2 Construction. Hard hit ball right up the middle, snagged out of the air by Lewis. Quick reaction, Jeff, right there by Lewis.
Yeah, I don't know if he was protecting himself or trying to make the play, but either way, it looked good, and he was able to make it. Just a good bat on the ball by Rutland. He just teed it up, and it's just a great play there by the pitcher.
One out here in the top half of the first inning. Lewis looks in, pitch on the way, get outside. 1-0 the count to the batter, Jaden Allen. Allen be doing the pitching tonight for M2 Construction.
Yeah, big kid, big tall kid, so he's going to be dangerous on the mound. Looks good in the batter's box as well. Right-hander.
Swing and miss, hit to the right side. Overcross, second baseman makes play, but they're not going to get Allen at first. Show good wheels down the line, so an infield single for Allen.
That's one of those plays that you develop and you're better at as you get older and older. The second baseman moved over to make the play in the hole. First baseman was coming over to see if he needed to make the play, and the pitcher wasn't quite to first base yet to cover it, and so infield single there.
Brings up Braden Jenkins. Jenkins wears number 8. Pitch on the way.
I'm just going to predict if Jenkins gets into one, he could fly one out of the ballpark. Big, strong kid.
Tell you what, good-looking kid right there. Allen takes his lead over at first base. Lewis looks in the dirt. Allen on his way to second base. He's going to make it down uncontested.
Ball a little bit in the dirt there. Soames blocked it up, kept it in front of him. Good job, but just not able to make the throw and get him to second base.
Yeah, Soames sit down on top of that pitch right there, kept it from going to the backstop. Allen with his speed could have moved on around to third. Good job of the catcher, Soames. Lewis looks in, pitch on the way. It's going to be a bit inside.
Yeah, a little high and inside there. Pretty good velocity, bringing the ball. And I tell you, he's throwing right around the strike zone. That's what you like to see with these kids at this age. Every ball doesn't have to be a strike, but be close to that strike zone.
Tell you what, I think Lewis may have got the strike call on that one. Another pitch hit to the left side. Got past the shortstop. Allen's going to round third. He's going to push it across the plate. First run of the night for M2 Construction.
Nothing there but a solid base hit. Pulled it into the hole. Shortstop couldn't get to it. Great play, and Allen running hard, was able to score standing up. Not a problem.
Good wood on the ball right there from Jenkins. Going to bring up the catcher, Carson Mowdy. Mowdy wears number 22 for M2 Construction. Pitch on the way from Lewis, down the dirt, ball 1. 1-0 lead for M2 early here in the first inning. Lincoln Civic Center, field 4. If you're riding around the ballpark, stop by and see us. Big lead over at first by Jenkins. He's on his way to second. Swing, foul ball. Going to go over the backstop. We'll back it up and do it again.
It may have been a little hit-and-run action there. Jenkins took off, and Mounty was just able to just get some wood on the ball and keep it in play, or knock it out of play, keep it from being an issue for the second baseman there.
Hard hit ball, Avance out at second base. Got the tag on Jenkins. Good play right there by the second baseman, Avance.
Yeah, I like that play there. Instead of making the throw and taking a chance on an errant throw or problem with the shortstop handling, he just stopped and tagged him, got the sure out, and at this age, sure outs are big deals.
Second out of the inning, 1-0 lead for M2 Construction. Going to bring up Brody Butler. Butler wears number 11.
Another big, tall kid.
Mowdy down at first on the fielder's choice.
Oh,
Butler took that one right in the back.
Yeah, big right-hander. Threw that pitch just a little bit inside, and he turned around and took one for the team. Great job of play. That's a great play right there. A lot of people don't realize he could have probably gotten out of the way of that ball, but just turning around and taking it, that's a free base. Good baseball. 2 outs, runners on second and first and second. Mowdy down at second. Butler first brings up Hayden Teaster. Pitch on the way from Lewis, high and out of the zone. Yeah, Lewis is keeping the ball in the strike zone. I want to say that's extremely important for these kids to do, and he's throwing strikes. kids are putting the bat on it. He did hit that batter, but other than that, he's been very consistent.
Lewis looks in. Here's the pitch. Good pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning. M2 Construction with a 1-0 lead. A couple of base hits in the inning.
The ball was right on the outside corner. Very good pitch.
Teaster wears number 10 for M2 Construction. Lewis looks in. Pitch on the way. Got by Sones. Back to the backstop. Runners are going to advance. That's going to push Mowdy down to third. Butler eases down to second base.
Ball just sailed on the pitcher a little bit and then kind of fooled Sones right there, and he wasn't able to get up and get it.
Teaster gets his signs from Coach Jared Mowdy down at third base. Lewis looks into Sones. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle.
Nice.
Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Deuce is wild here at Field 4, Lincoln Civic Center. Baseball's back, Jeff.
That's right. Excited to be here. Right-handed pitcher to a right-handed batter. See what he does here on 2-2 count.
Lewis delivers. Get down the right side, right over the bag.
No, he's going
got a foul ball
foul.
Just outside the bag at first base.
Yeah, if it had hit that bag, we'd have been. It would have been fair. I guess it bounced over the bag and was foul, but
yeah, that was extra bases right there for Teaster, and 2 runs were easily scored. Just snuck outside the right side of the first base bag, so we're going to back it up, do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lewis looks to Sones for a signal. Pitch on the way. Slow roller back to
Gonna be trouble.
Lewis. Going to be trouble. Throw down to first base.
Nice
Good job
by the pitcher.
Yeah, good job there by Glenn Lewis. Got across, that ball was snaking down the first base line, picked it up, strong throw over to first, and that's going to do it.
Yep.
We'll score that 1-3. If you're scoring at home for the third out of the inning, for M2 Construction, they scored 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners were left on base. So at the end of 1/2 inning of play, M2 Construction won for Brookhaven Radiology coming to bat. Let's give it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to LCC's Game of the Week on B92.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau with Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Southwest Mississippi's Ford truck headquarters. We here at Sullivan want to extend our biggest thanks for all of your business over the past few months by offering 0% up to 84 months on all remaining 2019 models, as well as 0% up to 72 months on most of our 2020 vehicles. Don't forget our special discounts for military, teachers, college grads, first responders, and healthcare professionals. Check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
It's the good old summertime, and what better place to enjoy all the fresh fruits and vegetables the summer has to offer than Brookway Market Basket. Peanut lovers, Brookway Market Basket has fresh medium jumbo peanuts. Whatever the garden produces, you'll always get the best selection at Brookway Market Basket, 835 Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Credit, debit, and EBT cards accepted. And check out the EBT Double Up Bucks program at Brookway Market Basket.
And we're back here, Lincoln Civic Center, Field 4. Got some clouds kind of moving in from the west, Jeff. Hope they move around us.
Yeah,
had some rain.
Okay.
Yeah, had some rain earlier in the day, but again, Clint Jordan, his staff, Eric Yates, all the guys here at the Lincoln Civic Center, tip-top shape as always. We expect nothing less.
You're just joining us 1-0. M2 Construction scored 1 that first inning. What I really liked about that first inning was your pitcher there, Lewis.
Yeah.
He hung in there, even though he gave up a couple hits. He hit a batter. He only scored 1 run, and that's in Little League baseball at this age.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
You put the pitches in the strike zone. Avance with a put out at second. Lewis caught a line drive from the first batter, and then got the slow roller down the first base side for the last out of the inning, and got out of it with 1 run. So a good job by Brookhaven Radiology. As Allen finishes up his warm-up tosses, Jaden Allen on the mound.
Big, tall kid.
Tall right-hander.
Lanky right-hander. Going to be tough to hit. What I love to see with kids at this age is if they can change their speeds up a little bit, change their ball direction a little bit. That's the key right here. They're not at the age where they need to be trying to break off a curveball. Right. Just change speed, change direction a little bit, and teach it. And that's how they learn to pitch, and that's how they can really be effective at 11, 12-year-old baseball.
Carson Mounty be directing traffic in the catcher slot for M2 Construction.
Good-looking athlete behind the plate.
Yeah, I tell you what.
The way he sits there and receives the ball.
Goes down to second base. Good toss down to second. Now we're ready to play baseball. Tristan Fortenberry wears number 27, Drew Sones, and Glenn Lewis.
think there's been a Fortenberry playing baseball out here for the last 20 years. Is that about right?
I believe you're right. I believe you're right.
And they're all taller than me, even this 11-year-old, 12-year-old.
Allen looks in. Fortenberry steps in. Pitch on the way. Works a little bit outside on that one. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1-0 lead for M2 Construction.
Fortenberry right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, as we said. A little bit outside there.
Works a little bit out of the zone with that 2 balls, no strikes.
He's around the zone, though.
Yeah.
He's just trying to find his spot. I think he'll be fine. And again, that's what you like to see at this age. You like to see him throw strikes and be a competitive ball game. Let him swing the bat.
And looks in. Hard hit ball by Fortenberry right up the middle. Center fielder's going to make the play. Good single right there by Fortenberry.
I tell you what was beautiful about that swing right there. It was the ball was a little bit kind of an inside strike. Mm-hmm. He didn't try to pull it. He saw where the hole was, and he just guided that ball right up the middle. Beautiful swing by Fortenberry.
Yeah, kind of what you say, going with the pitch.
That's right.
You kind of muscled that one off his hands. He's going to bring up Drew Soames. Soames is the catcher. For Coach Joseph Durrs, Brookhaven Radiology. Fortenberry down at first. He's on. He's moving on the pitch. Hard hit ball up the middle. They won't have a play at second base nor at first. Good wheels down the line by Soames. So infield singles.
Yep.
2 singles by Brookhaven Radiology that got things going here.
Ball was right up the middle, but the second baseman was shading over to cover the bag, and he actually, I think, fielded the ball on the shortstop side of the base because it was a well-hit ball.
Brings up the pitcher, Glenn Lewis. Runners at first and second.
Another right-handed batter, or right-handed pitcher.
Fortenberry and Soames, base runners. Fortenberry on the move. Lewis fouls it over the screen. We're going to back it up and do it again.
Good swing, a little high outside pitch, but he had a good swing on it, made good contact. But I like the fact that these kids are running the bases. That really causes some action, and it's really fun to watch this at this age.
Allen looks into Mouty. Pitch on the way to Lewis. Foul it over the screen again. No balls, 2 strikes. No hesitation out there by Coach Joseph Durr.
None whatsoever.
Got his guys moving.
Big lead by Soames at first base, too. So if there's a ball hitting the outfield, there's a good chance he could score from first.
Allen looks into Mouty. 2 strikes on Lewis. Pitch on the way. Call strike 3. Got him on the outside corner. Good pitch right there by Allen.
Yeah, that was a great pitch. He'd been kind of keeping the ball up in the zone a little bit. That one was low and a little bit on that outside corner, and Lewis just couldn't pull the trigger. 1 out in the inning. Julian Case, the first baseman. He wears number 7. Another big right-handed batter. Allen looks in. Pitch on the way. In the dirt. Mouty couldn't do anything with it. Fortenberry's going to move down to third. Soames going to make his way down to second base. So runners in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Yeah, it's a good job by Mouty to pick that. Just no way to make a throw. Too big of a lead. Allen looks in. Fouled that back. Julian Case got a good cut at that one. Just knocked it in the dirt. Came back to the backstop. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom half of the first. 1-0 ball game right now. Brookhaven Radiology threatening. Threatening big time. Foul back off the screen. Julian Case. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He is just a second off of really nailing that ball. And if he does right here, he's going to score a couple runs. So Allen needs to be really careful right here where he throws this pitch. He's got 2 strikes on him, so he can be a little bit selective where he throws this ball. Pitch on the way from Allen. Just missed outside. Pretty good pitch right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jeff, center fielder shaded over to the left field side, but the right fielder straight away, so big gap. Yep. Right over the second baseman. It really is. It could be dangerous. Pitch ball goes back to the screen. Here comes Fortenberry. He's going to be in time. Yeah, he read that pretty quickly and took off. And if Mouty had grabbed it, it was going to be a close play there, but he couldn't quite grasp it and throw it back to the pitcher. Yeah, made it over here to Mouty's right side, got to the screen, got a hand down, and just nestled his way out of his hand. Couldn't make a throw back to Allen. Ties the game there at 1. Still got a man on third base. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hard hit ball up the middle. Nobody's at first base. But look at Soames hung up on in a rundown and bagged him out. Nice job there by Allen. He fields the ball and he looks towards first, and then you realize I got a man coming from third. Looked back and threw the ball home. Mouty ran him back, did the right thing, didn't make a throw, went back, put the tag on him, and kept this game tied at 1. Good job right there. Looked over and Soames bid on throw to first. Good swing and a miss. Brady Michael Durr. Yeah. It was one of the outfield positions. Durr Good pitch there.
Yeah.
A good high fastball. It was a strike. Good swing. Just needs to put the wood on it here.
Allen pitch on the way. Fouled right back at us here at the broadcast booth.
We hadn't had that net, you and I would be headed to the hospital.
One of us would. No balls, 2 strikes to Brady Michael Durr.
That's a big lead over there on first base.
Pitch on the way from Allen. It's going to go to the backstop. Now he's going to chase it down. No chance to get Julian Case over at first base. He reached on a fielder's choice.
Yeah, Allen let that one get away from him a little bit outside to Durr. So Durr's hanging in there 1-2.
Allen looks in. Pitch on the way to Durr. Hard swing by Durr. Went off the backstop. We're going to back it up, do it one more time. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
I like that. He's hanging in there. He's aggressive. He's taking hacks at it. He's looking to hit. That's what he wants to do.
Allen staying in the strike zone. Looks into Malady. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good pitch right there by Allen.
Excellent. And nice job there. Again, as we said, a lot of trouble, but only 1 run, and that's what you got to try to do is minimize the damage.
After 1 complete, Kevin Radiology, he puts up 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner was left on base. 1-1 ball game going into the top half of the 2nd inning. Let's give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to LCC Monday Night Baseball on B92. You got me, Jim?
During times of uncertainty, it's comforting to know we have a healthcare system in our community that's been committed to supporting us for well over a century. In this current time, we are standing together, and our bond is stronger than ever. KDMC, caring for our community like no one else can.
Our youth sports programs are an important part of our community. Rex Lumber is proud to be a supporter of youth sports. As in sports, teamwork is an important part of any business and community effort. Rex Lumber supports our community and is pleased to be a part of the team helping Lincoln County grow. Good luck to all the teams, and a big thank you to all the players, coaches, family, and supporters who make it all happen. Go teams! Rex Lumber is with you all the way.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center, moving into the top half of the 2nd inning. We've got a good one going here, Jeff. 1-1 ball game, some pretty good defense, good pitching in the first inning by Lewis and Allen, respectively.
3 strikes. They got out of, both of them got out of a little bit of trouble. So, really a good, solid, fundamental baseball. Kids up there taking swings. I really like what I'm seeing out here tonight. It's a great night for baseball. I know there's some restrictions on how many people can come out here, but, boy, I tell you what, if you were able to come, it'd be a great night. So why don't you just go sit out on your back porch, get your radio out, and listen to us for the rest of the night.
Up for M2 Construction in the top half of the 2nd inning, Jackson Smith, Mark Gill, and Braden Williams. Lewis finishing up his final warm-up tosses. Sones going to throw it down to second base. Good arm right there by Sones.
That's right. Getting it down to second base, put it right on the bag. That's what you got to do at this age, or any age, actually, just get it to the bag, and that's what he did right there.
Fundamentals of the ball game.
Right-handed batter stepping in again against that right-handed pitcher.
Jackson Smith steps in. Smith wears number 34 for M2 Construction. Pitch on the way from Lewis. Foul tip.
I noticed there, Beck, I didn't notice in the first inning, but I noticed now that Lewis is pitching from the stretch, even with nobody on base. Not a bad idea. It kind of keeps you having that rhythm, so there's no change in your rhythm when somebody gets on base.
Yeah, you see a lot of pitchers these days. A lot of youngsters, they learn to do it that way.
All right.
Pitch on the way is going to be out of the zone. It's going to even up at 1-1. We're in the top half of the 2nd inning. Tie ball game at 1.
Good looking athletes. He, like I say, he's right around the strike zone every time. Even that pitch being outside got away from Drew Sones. It's still a pretty good pitch, and something that the batter has to think about.
Lewis looks in. Ball high and out of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jackson Smith. Smith wears number 34 for M2 Construction.
All right, Smith is standing pretty good, about right in the middle of the batter's box there. Not back, not front.
Pitch right up the middle.
Beautiful.
Nice snag out there at second base. Throw across the diamond in time to get Smith down at first base.
Right, now, if I told you that was a major league type play by the shortstop, you may or may not believe me. You had to.
I tell you,
it really was. Because
good.
I was already saying great base hit, and he came across there, scooped it, and made a wonderful throw.
Good play out there by Tristan Fortenberry. Came across the bag, threw hard across the diamond, got Smith at first.
Well, what you'll find in a lot of cases like that, Beck, especially at this age, is that was not an easy play to make with the glove. And so then you kind of say, oh, what do I do with it now? Tristan didn't do that. He just crow hop, threw it to first base, right on the money.
Squared his body. Mark Gill steps in, swing fouled off into the dirt. 1-1 count to Gill.
Good job there, looking for the pitch.
Gill there's number 13.
Got it in the strike zone, took a whack at it. Got to try to hit your way on.
Pitching away from Lewis. That ball a little bit out of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top half of the second inning. Mark Gill stands in for M2 Construction.
Again, not a bad pitch. Just a little bit off the plate, trying to get him to go out there and take a swing at it, and that's what you got to do.
Lewis looks in and delivers. Ball's going to come up a little short, off the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lewis looked like he's just trying to guide that one.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looked like, last couple pitches, he may be trying to aim that ball at the plate. If he'll just throw it like he's been doing the whole game, he'll be fine.
Pitch on the way from Lewis.
And that's what he did right there. He just threw it.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top half of the second inning.
Lewis has got a good motion. As we said, a right-handed pitcher. You can tell he's pitched a good bit.
Pitch on the way. Call strike 3. Good pitch right there.
Nice pitch right on the outside part of the plate. A little bit up, but in the strike zone.
Yeah, Lewis got behind on this batter, did a real good job with that one. Brings in number 7, Braden Williams for M2 Construction. 2 outs here in the top half of the second. Lewis looks in. Good cut right there. Check that Gatlin.
Another right-handed batter. Got a little lineup.
Yeah, we're going to check that lineup.
Lineup right issue there. Gatlin is, like I said, was number 7.
Okay.
As you said. Took a good cut at there, that pitch.
Call strike 2.
Yeah, I thought he
on
was
the inside corner right there, but a good pitch right there by Lewis.
He was about to swing at that one and just kind of changed his mind right there as it got to the plate.
Yeah, William Gatton.
Another right-handed batter, as you said.
No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see what Lewis does right here. Gets his signal from Sones. Pitch on the way. That's going to work outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Not a bad idea right there. You got 2 strikes on him. Throw one a little bit outside, see if you can get him to swing at it and finish the inning up. Much cleaner inning so far, this one, for Lewis.
That's one right there. You just don't want to leave one out over the plate and let Gatlin step on it. Pitch on the way from Lewis. Swing and a miss by Gatlin. Dropped by the catch. Lowly picked up by Sones. Yeah, we're playing, this is division where if the catcher drops that 3rd strike, he has to retrieve it and tag or throw the runner out. So good job back there by Sones, putting a tag on Gatlin.
Always thinking. That's a good job.
3 up, 3 down. For Brookhaven Radiology, no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. Top of the second inning. After end of 1.5, 1-1 ball game here at Field 4 of the Lincoln Civic Center. Let's give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. You're listening to Monday Night Baseball on B92.
The pipe under the sink broke. Junior started a small fire in the den. Don't panic. Call Nathan Grayson and Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration at 754-1449. Whatever disaster strikes your home, Dry Time can take care of it. Fire and soot, water, mold, and more. Dry Time also offers complete cleaning services from floor to ceiling. Don't panic. Call Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration at 754-1449. 754-1449.
For a winning deal on a new Toyota or Carfax certified pre-owned vehicle, it's Toyota of Brookhaven. The friendly sales team at Toyota of Brookhaven will help you choose the right vehicle for you with financing to fit your budget. When it comes to service, Toyota of Brookhaven takes care of everything from oil changes to major repair work. Toyota of Brookhaven, 890 Brookway Boulevard. Online, toyotaofbrookhaven.com. Good luck to all our Dixie youth teams.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center. Beck Warren alongside Jeff Richardson. Moving into the bottom half of the second inning. Let's mention those sponsors again. Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Brookway Market Basket, Rex Lumber, Toyota of Brookhaven, Dry Time Damage Restoration Service. Tri-Therapy, Physical and Occupational Therapy, King Daughters Medical Center, and CNW Homes of Vicksburg.
Thank you to our sponsors. I tell you, Beck, we're seeing some really good pitching here.
Yeah.
That last inning, Lewis got behind on a couple of batters and just worked his way back, got out of the inning, very clean inning, and Allen looked really good and getting out of a little bit of trouble in the first inning, so I'm anxious to see how he responds here.
Up for Brookhaven Radiology, Bo Williams, Hayden Avance, Taiwan Dixon. Allen looks into Bo Williams. Pitch on the way, just out of the zone, ball one. Moving to the bottom half of the second inning, tie ball game 1-1.
As we said, Allen is also pitching out of the stretch with no men on base, just kind of keep that rhythm going.
Allen looks into Mouty, gets his signals. Williams digs in at the plate. Swing and a miss, hard hit ball down to third base. Fielded cleanly by the third baseman. He's going to throw it across the diamond.
Oh,
not in time.
Almost got it. That's closer than I thought it was going to be. Good job there. Third baseman did not give up on it. Charged in, grabbed it, threw off of 1 foot over there, and almost got it. Close play. Infield hit, though.
Pretty good speed down there by Bo Williams. Moving down to first base. It's going to bring up Hayden Avance. He's the second baseman.
Bo Williams is a big kid, too.
Yeah. Avance had a good defensive play in the first inning with a tag out of the runner and a hard hit ball out to him at second base. Allen looks into Mouty. Bo Williams with a lead over at first. Pitch on the way. Good cut right there by Avance.
It was a good cut. Allen kind of threw that ball spun a little bit and kind of tailed out of the.
Had a little movement.
Had a little movement on it, and we went to swing and kind of tailed off on it.
Could have been Allen's quickest pitch of the night.
I think so.
Had a little velocity on it. Another good pitch right there by Allen.
Yeah.
He may be finding a groove, Jeff. And you said it early. He's a tall kid. Kind of comes 3/4 with that pitch.
Yep, he does, and you're right. I think his rhythm-wise looks even better than he did in the first inning.
No balls, 2 strikes to Avance. Allen looks into Mouty. Pitch on the way. I got a middle strike.
Three beautiful pitches. Good job there by Allen. Come back and get it out. Because you got a man on first base, but that was even in that case, Allen pitched very well. The ball was not hit that hard. It was just hitting the right spot. So you don't want to get shook, and Allen has not done that. He came back and did his job.
Taiwan Dixon steps in. He wears number 4, one of the outfielders for Brookhaven Radiology. Alex Etheridge on deck. Bo Williams down at first by way of a infield single.
Taiwan right-handed hitter.
Jaden Allen looks into Mouty. Pitch on the way. Swing and miss by Dixon.
That one may have been out of the strike zone, but
real aggressive swing right there. Yeah.
Dixon couldn't tell for sure, so he took a hack at it.
Bo Williams moves down to second, got by the catcher Mouty. So runner in scoring position down at second in the form of Bo Williams. Allen looks into Mouty. Call strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that pitch was pretty much in the same vicinity as the first one that he swung at. So he's backing up a little bit because he's kind of throwing inside to him. Big smart hitter, throw a little bit outside.
Pitch on the way from Allen, swinging a miss by Dixon.
That was very good pitching right there from Allen. He pitched inside, and then a little bit towards the outside. Great pitching there.
Kind of moved Dixon off the plate a little bit, and then went on the hour half.
Yeah,
just didn't catch up with it. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Allen brings up Alex Etheridge for Brookhaven Radiology. Ooh. Pitch got by Mouty. That's going to send Avance over to third base.
Hey, Etheridge had to duck there. That one almost went off top of the helmet.
With the throw back to Allen, got away from him at the pitcher's mound.
You got to watch that because that ball was in play.
Coach Durr didn't chance it down at third base, trying to send Bo Williams on the pass ball back to the pitcher, being thrown back to the pitcher.
No, you don't want your third out at the plate.
Yeah. Good cut right there by Etheridge. Just couldn't catch up with it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top half.
I like the fact
that
these kids are going up there swinging.
Yeah.
Back, up and down the lineup. They're not in there looking for a walk. They're trying to hit the baseball.
Pitch only got back to the screen to Mouty. Mouty's going to hustle over. He's going to hold Williams down at third base. Good job right there by Mouty chasing that one down. You know, it's hard for a catcher sometimes. They got all the equipment on, got the mask on. They've got to locate the ball first.
He did a great job there. You can tell he's a very athletic kid. And when the ball got by him, he threw that mask off, found the ball, and got it back.
Allen did a good job covering hard plate from the pitcher slot. Allen looks in, pitch on the way. A little bit out of the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike. to Etheridge.
So we'll see how Allen responds here as we talk about the inning before. Lewis was able to come back from a 3-1 count because he got back into a rhythm. Let's see if Allen can get back on it right here.
Tristan Fortenberry stands on deck. Allen looks in. The ball's going to be up and out of the zone. Ball 4.
Well, I'm going to say this, Beck, because I remember at that age, Etheridge is one of the smaller players.
Yep.
So the strike zone is small, and I think Allen was just kind of a little bit perplexed by that as to how to get the ball in the strike zone. And and when he did that, instead of just making his normal pitches, he kind of changed up his rhythm a little bit, and I think that threw him off.
Tristan Fortenberry steps in, had a hard single his first time up. Made a big play last inning out there at shortstop. Runners at the corners. Etheridge at first. Williams down at third. Fortenberry stands in. Etheridge moving on the pitch. He's going to make his way down to second base.
And ball
1, yeah.
Ball is outside there. Allen really needs to kind of take a breath right here and get back in the zone where he was earlier in the inning.
I'd expect Fortenberry to put it in place as defense going to have to make a play right here. Fouled back up against the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tristan Fortenberry, the shortstop, wears 27.
Took a good cut at that one. Good pitch. A little bit in the top of the zone, a little bit on the outside part of the plate. Fortenberry went after it.
Allen looks into Mowdy. He's got his signals. Pitch on the way to Fortenberry. Hard hit ball. Nobody's going to be at first base as the first baseman came over trying to make that play. It's just, I don't know if they've got Fortenberry on that one.
I don't know.
That one went right off the cap of the bat, Jeff.
Right.
Sailed right out in front of in the grass in front of the second baseman. Allen couldn't make a play on it.
No.
Fortenberry's got good wheels.
That would have been a bang play.
Yeah.
And you can't blame the first baseman for coming over there, but at that point, probably if he'd have got back to the bag, I don't know if you'd have been able to throw him out. You really needed to catch that one in the air, and you weren't able to get to it.
So Fortenberry with an infield single. Pitch on the way to Drew Songs. Call strike 1. Fortenberry swipes second base. Got Alex Etheridge down at third.
That puts Brookhaven Radiology in the lead.
2-1. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. Allen looks into Songs. Going to be out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
There again, it was good baseball, and being able to get those hits and move the guys around.
Yeah. Songs stands in. Allen looks in.
1 walk in the inning, but that has not hurt him yet. So we will see. He is on third right now.
Pitch by Allen. Swing. Foul back to the screen by Songs.
Now that looked more like his pitching earlier in this inning. Good pitch right down the middle.
As you
mentioned,
mentioned,
velocity.
Yeah, when Etheridge came to the plate, it kind of, we talked about Lewis kind of trying to aim it a little bit.
No doubt about it.
Etheridge threw the big 2-out walk, kind of got things going for the X-ray guys.
Yep.
Allen looks into Mowdy. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Songs. Here's the pitch. It's going to be in the dirt.
Yeah, a little bit down, a little bit in the dirt there. Mowdy got it pretty quickly. Not even thinking about scoring in that case. It's kind of got to get away from these catchers, especially a kid as quick as Mowdy.
Short backstop, and Mowdy really receives those balls well to get by him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Allen looks in. Here's the pitch. Going to work out of the zone. It's going to run it full. 3-2. Glenn Lewis is going to stand in on deck.
This is a big moment in this ball game right here.
Fortenberry down at second. Etheridge at third. Payoff pitch right here. Allen looks into Mowdy. Here's the pitch. Going to be out of the zone. Ball 4. Songs is going to advance on the walk.
It's going to load them up. I tell you, a couple more pitches here, and it wouldn't be a bad trip to the mound for Coach M2 Construction. Just kind of calm Allen down a little bit because he's got to be aggravated. There's been nothing hit out of the infield yet, and he's got the bases loaded and giving up a run. So he just needs to calm down, throw strikes, and it'll work it out for him.
Glenn Lewis steps in. The bases loaded. First pitch on the way out of the zone. Songs down at first. Fortenberry down at second. Etheridge over at third. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning.
You got to throw strikes, but Lewis has got to be one of the better hitters on the team in this number 3 spot.
Looks in. Hard hit line drive. Going to drop for a base hit in right center field. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs going to score. Songs is going to move over to third base.
Got him caught up.
Had Songs in a rundown. It's going to be a little risky out there. Coach Joseph Durr pulled him back to third base. So the hard single.
Coach Durr having a little conversation with him. Says, when I say stop, that means stop. Nice hit, nice ball right there. Good hit right up the middle. Good line drive, scored 2 runs. Now it's a 4-1 game. Allen just needs to calm down and keep throwing strikes and expect his defense to do their job.
Got Soames down at third base. Glenn Lewis out at second base. The two-out, 2-run single by Lewis.
Yeah, he just put the bat head right on the ball, drove it up the middle, kind of went a little bit to the opposite field slightly, but a good swing.
Julian Case stands in. All on the inside of the plate. Soames is going to bring it in. He's going to score from third on the pass ball.
And that's what we talked about here. If you hadn't seen this field, the backstop's pretty short, but that one got away and went up the third base line, and that gave Soames an opportunity to score. And here's a trip to the mound, which I think is good timing for M2 Construction right now. Kind of calm their pitcher down a little bit.
Tell you what, while we got a break in action, let's throw it back to the studio for 30 seconds. 30 seconds down the line. You listen to Monday Night Baseball on B92.
Sports injury? Tri-Therapy Physical and Occupational Therapy Clinics can help. We provide care for all types of injuries and rehabilitation. Richard Barker, owner and physical therapist, has created and managed sports programs for adolescents for many years here in Brookhaven. Tri-Therapy's main office is in Brookhaven at 509 Brookway Boulevard, along with locations in Crystal Springs, Monticello, Macomb, Magnolia, Prentice, and Hattiesburg. You have a choice. Choose Tri-Therapy. Call us at 601-833-7317.
And we're back here at Lincoln Civic Center. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. 4 runs in the inning for Caven Radiology.
Big first baseman at the
Jimmy Case, yeah. Pitch on the way by Allen. Let's see what we got. Got a mix-up in the count. Yeah, it was the 4th ball. So right. Case moves down to first on the walk.
First and second, still 2 outs. He needs to minimize the damage right here by throwing strikes.
Brady Michael Durr. Foul ball went off his leg. Foul ball. I think we got the call from the field umpire. Yeah, I believe it was a foul ball. Good cut there by Durr.
Brady didn't care. He was running down that line. He was the one to get to first base. Good swing there.
Yeah, good cut.
Very aggressive cut. But there again, Allen threw that ball in the strike zone. That's what he's got to do here and try to keep this at a minimum. Right now, 5-1.
Allen looks into Mouty. Runners at the corner. Pitch on the way. Worked out of the zone on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Not a bad pitch, just a little low and outside, but Durr is a tall kid, and they're not going to call that on him.
Allen looks into Mouty. Got it signaled. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Big cut right there by Durr.
Yeah, it almost looked like Allen took a little bit off of that one. And Durr was a little ahead of him. It didn't quite have the velocity of all those other pitches. Not a bad idea right there.
Lewis down at third. Julian Case out at second base. Brady Michael Durr at the box. Ball's going to work out of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Good job by Mouty getting that one because we've had a couple of them get past him. Not his fault, but he had to stretch to get that one out.
Yeah. And with Lewis down at third, Lewis is going to be moving anything on the ground. Yeah. Yep. Allen looks into Mouty. Payoff pitch right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brady Michael Durr. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Mouty will have to throw down the first. Throw down the first base at the end time.
Great job by Mouty.
Good job by Mouty.
Gathered himself, turned around, and instead of throwing it immediately, he waited and visualized where he had to throw it, got it down there, and got him out of it.
For Brookhaven Radiology, in the bottom half of the second inning, they plated 4 runs on 2 hits. There were no M2 construction errors, and 2 runners were left on base after 2 complete. Brookhaven Radiology 5, M2 construction 1, and coming to bat. Let's take 60 seconds. 60 seconds down the line. You're listening to Monday Night Baseball here at the Lincoln Civic Center on B92.
Cash in on cool summer savings at C&W Homes in Vicksburg. C&W Homes has 2 Sunshine display homes at big discounts. Take your choice and save on a Sunshine 28 by 68 4-bedroom 2-bath home or a 32 by 64 3-bedroom 2-bath Sunshine home. Price includes delivery, setup, skirting, and AC. These great homes are priced to move. C&W Homes, Highway 61 South, Vicksburg. They will not be undersold. Call toll-free 800-748-9056. Online, cwmobilehomes.com.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau with Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Southwest Mississippi's Ford truck headquarters. We here at Sullivan want to extend our biggest thanks for all of your business over the past few months by offering 0% up to 84 months on all remaining 2019 models, as well as 0% up to 72 months on most of our 2020 vehicles. Don't forget our special discounts for military, teachers, college grads, first responders, and healthcare professionals. Check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center, Field 4. Brookhaven Radiology and M2 Construction locking horns. Radiology put up 4 runs in the bottom half of the second inning to take a 5-1 lead.
Yes.
M2 coming to bat here in the top half of the third.
Good base running, opportune hitting, and a couple of walks. They were able to score some runs. So
yeah, big hit right there by Lewis. Glenn Lewis drove one out to right field, and then had a slow roll out to second base. So, just manufactured a couple runs. And a lot of those, Jeff, were 2 outs.
That's right. Yeah, I mean they didn't. They were out there, and the 2 runs that were driven in were 2 outs. So clutch hitting. That's what you got to do, and they're able to take a pretty good lead here. So now we'll see if M2 Construction can come back and answer it. Got some of their better hitters coming up to bat. Lewis pitched really well the last inning. We'll see if he can keep that roll going right now.
Jeremy Bibbs, Cameron Rutland, and Jaden Allen.
Bibbs a big, tall kid.
Yeah. Bibbs stands in there. There's number 14. Pitch on the way from Lewis. Got away from him. Ball 1.
Inside there.
Big at bat by Alex Etheridge. He drew the base on balls with 2 outs and got back to the top of the order, and kind of things took off from there.
That's right. You got it. A lot of people don't realize a base on ball is just as good as a single.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. And got it. And it wasn't like he was standing there looking for a walk. He took a couple of cuts, but he took his time and he watched, had a good eye, and kind of threw Allen off there and manufactured those runs.
Call strike 1 to Jeremy Bills. 1-1 count to the big right-hander. Lewis looks in. Here's the pitch. It's going to be up and out of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike on Bibbs.
Having a little bit of trouble now finding the strike zone. A couple of high pitches there. But as we've seen him do so far, he's been able to calm down and right the ship. Yeah.
Lewis looks into Sones. Pitch on the way. Behind out of the zone to Bibbs. 3 balls, 1 strike to the big right-hander.
Yeah, he needs to watch his delivery there, because when you're delivering that high, sometimes that's because you're tired. Sometimes you're just, like you say, as we said earlier, you're aiming the ball.
Pitch on the way from Lewis. Strike 2.
Nice pitch. That's a good comeback right there. He had good delivery, good arm angle there. Put it right in the strike zone.
3-2 count to Bibbs. Payoff pitch for Lewis. Pitch on the way. That's going to work out of the zone. Bibbs is going to draw the leadoff walk.
I believe that's Lewis's first base on balls, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. Going to go back to the top of the order, number 6, Cameron Rutland. Got to look at Bibbs. He's probably a threat to run out there.
I bet he is.
I'll tell you what, one of the taller kids, he and Brady Michael Durr.
Yeah, 2 tall kids.
Yeah, good-looking kids, I'll tell you what.
Right-handed batter again.
Bibbs is on the move, all inside. No throw from Sones.
No reason to. That was good, smart job by Drew Sones. Had a good lead, and he was gonna make it throw or no throw. So Sones held over the ball. Good play.
Bibbs down at second base. Rutland stands in the box, trying to move him around. Pitch on the way from Lewis. Swing and a miss. Bibbs going to move over to third base. Ball by Sones.
Good pitch, kind of inside, and I think that the angle of the bat there kind of threw Drew off. He was going to make it third again anyway.
1 ball, 1 strike. Cameron Rutland. Pitch going to go out of the zone. It comes right back to Sones, and it's a play at the plate. Well, Bibbs gets up under it. Good speed down there. Good jump from third base, Jeff. Bibbs saw that one pass Sones. Got a good jump on it. Slid in safely.
Yeah, it's close play at the plate. A lot closer than a lot of those are, but that ball bounced back nicely with Drew. Drew got back there and tried to put the tag on him just about a half step too quick, too late. Ball, that's going to
3 balls, 1 strike.
High there.
Cameron Rutland.
Lewis is having a little bit of trouble missing high in the strike zone.
Lewis looks into Sones. Pitch on the way to Rutland. Going to work outside. Rutland's going to draw the walk.
Back that pitch right there was pretty close. That's a pitch you might get if you're throwing strikes, but after you've had 3 or 4 high in the strike zone right there, umpire's not going to necessarily give you that one.
Going to bring Coach Joseph Durr onto the field. Let's see if he's going to make a pitching change. Tell you what, we're going to give it to the studio, Jeremy. Let's do 2 minutes down the line while we get this pitching change, and we'll be back with more baseball action. 2 minutes down the line. You're listening to LCC Monday Night Baseball here on B92.
It's the good old summertime, and what better place to enjoy all the fresh fruits and vegetables the summer has to offer than Brookway Market Basket. Peanut lovers, Brookway Market Basket has fresh medium jumbo peanuts. Whatever the garden produces, you'll always get the best selection at Brookway Market Basket, 835 Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Credit, debit, and EBT cards accepted. And check out the EBT Double Up Bucks program at Brookway Market Basket.
During times of uncertainty, it's comforting to know we have a healthcare system in our community that's been committed to supporting us for well over a century. In this current time, we are standing together, and our bond is stronger than ever. KDMC, caring for our community like no one else can.
Our youth sports programs are an important part of our community. Rex Lumber is proud to be a supporter of youth sports. As in sports, teamwork is an important part of any business and community effort. Rex Lumber supports our community and is pleased to be a part of the team helping Lincoln County grow. Good luck to all the teams, and a big thank you to all the players, coaches, family, and supporters who make it all happen. Go teams! Rex Lumber is with you all the way.
The pipe under the sink broke. Junior started a small fire in the den. Don't panic. Call Nathan Grayson and Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration at 754-1449. Whatever disaster strikes your home, Dry Time can take care of it. Fire and soot, water, mold, and more. Dry Time also offers complete cleaning services from floor to ceiling. Don't panic. Call Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration at 754-1449. 754-1449.
And we're back here at Lincoln Civic Center, Field 4, 11-12-year-old action. Got a pitch and change for Brookhaven Radiology. Hayden Avance goes to the mound. Glenn Lewis is going to take over the duties at second base.
Yeah, Glenn was pitching real well, and then just had a little bit of issue with his control in the last two batters. And, you know, at that point, just like, time to go to second base.
That's right. Hayden Allen steps in, swinging and a miss on the first pitch from Avance.
You know, sometimes you know when you start to lose your control like that, you're not going to get it back during this ball game, and that's a smart move. Let's don't extend it. Let's don't let him walk 5 or 6 guys. Let's go ahead and make that pitch and change, and now we got first pitch, first strike.
Pitch on the way from Avance, right down the middle, call strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes as Cameron Rutland swipes second base and then third base on subsequent pitches.
Avance needs to not even worry about that base runner. He's got a 3-run lead. He just needs to keep throwing strikes.
Pitch on the way to Allen, high, out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes to his pitching counterpart from M2 Construction. Big Jason Allen. Avance looks into zones, checks Cameron Rutland over at third base. Pitch on the way from Avance. A little short on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good job by Sones blocking that up, keeping it in front of him, and not letting the run come in.
5-2 lead out here for Brookhaven Radiology, but M2 Construction knocking on the door. 1 run in the inning. And a threatening run down at third base. Pitch on the way to Allen. It's going to be short.
Another good job by Sones there. Allen had the first 2 pitches are right on target, and then he had a couple of one that was up high, and then now he's kind of trying to adjust. And when you try to adjust like that instead of throwing the ball, you're going to have some issues.
Payoff pitch. It's Jaden Allen. High fly over the backstop into the net. Protected net here. Field 4.
That's great. Yeah, this facility is just fantastic. If you hadn't been here, you need to come whenever the opportunity comes. Whenever we get through with this pandemic and everybody can come back to the ball games, come out here and watch the baseball.
Avance looks in. Pitch on the way. Call strike 3.
Nice job there by Avance, hanging in there, continuing to battle and throw in the zone. Got him on call, third strike.
Brandon Jenkins is going to step in. Jenkins wears number 8.
Jenkins a big kid.
Trying to move Cameron Rutland across the plate from third. Pitch on the way to Jenkins. Swing and a miss. Big cut right there by Jenkins.
Hey, Vance, that's all he's got to do right there is fill up the zone. It doesn't quite have the velocity that Lewis had, but he's bringing it in there, throwing strike.
Good change of pace between Lewis and Avance. Avance staying in that strike zone, though. Pitch on the way to Jenkins. Foul back against the screen.
Right down the middle. Perfect pitch.
I tell you what, Jenkins has gotten 2 good cuts. So
yeah. If he's going to have to adjust to the velocity change, and if he does, he'll do all right with it.
Avance has got him out on his front foot, and it kind of loses some of his power. Like I said, he's going to have to make that adjustment.
Well, a lot of people think the harder you throw, the better it is, and that's normally the case. But a change in speed like this really can throw a batter off.
Jenkins passed on, receives time out at the plate. Just didn't feel comfortable in there with 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner down at third. 5-2 ball game. M2 Construction trying to claw their way back into this one. Avance looks, delivers. Ball's going to be in the dirt. Blocked up good there by Drew Soames.
Yeah, great job by Soames. He has probably saved a run here with 2 or 3 of these pitches where he's been able to keep it in front of him.
Yeah, Rutland, the leadoff batter, runs well down at third base, but Soames is keeping it off the backstop. Hard hit ball on the left side. Jenkins found one he could turn on, can drive Rutland in from third.
Well, it was just like you and I said. He waited and let that ball get to him, turned, pulled it right in the gap between shortstop and third baseman. Beautiful bit of hitting there because early on in the count he couldn't quite judge the speed of the pitch. And
he set back on that one, drove it out to left
kept
field.
his weight back, did it.
Brings up Carson Mounty, swing, found it off the end of the bat down the right side over toward Coach Joseph Durr.
There again, fouling off the end of the bat means you're way ahead on the pitch. And that's what he did right there. So he's going to have to adjust to velocity as well.
5-3 ball game for Brookhaven Radiology out front. 1 out here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Pitch to Mounty. Foul down the right side. It's going to get over the side screen there. No balls, 2 strikes to Mounty.
Mounty, big, tall, good-looking athlete. You can tell he's
2 runs in the inning for M2 Construction.
You can tell he's a good baseball player.
Jenkins down at first base. Got him a good lead. He's moving on the pitch. Got past Soames. Jenkins to go down to second, standing up. Got another runner in scoring position.
Yeah, that one was just a little bit out of Soames' reach. Not anything he could do about that, but just get back there and get it back as quickly as he could.
1 ball.
Keep Jenkins at second. Sorry.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Mounty. Avance looks in, delivers. Hard ball right back at the screen. I guess I'm just a little gun shy. First time sitting in the box right behind the behind the catcher here.
Yeah, we are right behind the catcher, so we can call balls and strikes if we want to.
Yeah.
That might have been ball 2, but, hey, you got to like the aggressiveness of going after it.
Yeah, got to protect that plate with 2 strikes.
That's
1 ball,
right.
2 strikes.
Yeah, you don't want to take a chance on calling strike 3.
Avance delivers. Hard hit ball up the middle by Mounty. Let's see what Jenkins does. They're going to turn him. He's going to come to the plate. Lewis with a relay throw to the plate of Soames. Not in time. Good hustle right there by Jenkins. Turned on the afterburners after he rounded third base.
That's right. Good job there, Lewis. Lewis took the cut in there from the outfield, threw it right to Soames. Soames tried to put the tag on him, and Jenkins just beat it by a heartbeat. It was a bang-bang play.
Tell you what, pretty good baseball right there. Hard hit ball to Brady Michael Durr, relay to Lewis to Soames, but not in time to get Jenkins. Put their 4th run on the board. 5-4 ball game. We got a good one here, Jeff.
Very clean there, and good play. And Mounty, that ball was right down the middle. And, again, he was able to adjust to the velocity and just drove it right up the middle where nobody was playing. As you said, Durr got down, fielded it, threw it back to Lewis to Soames, just bam. Great play.
Brody Butler stands in for M2 Construction, trying to tie it up. Got a runner out at second base. And Mounty's going to try to swipe third, and he'll take it easily.
Yeah, that's the case there with Mounty. As we said, a good athlete, good speed. Yeah. He had that stolen. Drew had a little bit of trouble handling the ball, but I don't think a throw was going to do anything there.
2 balls, no strikes to Brody Butler. There's number 11 for M2 Construction. Avance looks in. Here's the pitch. Swinging a miss by Butler. Got a good cut at that one. Couldn't catch up with it.
I tell you, you got to give Avance credit. He walked into this ball game. He wasn't expecting to be pitching right now. And all of a sudden, Coach said, "Come on!" And he looked at it. He warmed up, and he's throwing strikes.
Staying in that strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one got away from him, brushed Butler off the plate a little bit. So 3-1, got a runner in the form of Carson Mowdy down at third base. Drove in a big run. Brandon Jenkins from second base with a single. Avance looks in. Ball's going to work a little bit outside, and Mowdy's going to come on his way. He's going to score at home and tie this ball game.
That's right. Good job of reading that by Mowdy. Tough pitch for Drew Stones to try to handle it, even if after it came off the backstop, Avance hadn't quite made it to the plate yet, so good job there by Mowdy.
4 runs here in the top half of the third inning, 5-5 ball game. We got a good one. Pretty good lead. Teaster up at the plate. Brody Butler swiped second base.
And it's what Avance needs to do right here, just kind of brush this off and keep throwing strikes, let his defense do the work, and he'll be okay.
Hayden Teaster, where's number 10 for him too? Hard hit ball out to Lewis at second base. Fields it, throws across the diamond, in time to get Teaster.
Nice clean play there.
Moves Brody Butler over to third base, but a good job there by Lewis getting a sure out at first base.
Ground ball, he just stayed down on it. Beautiful fundamentals, fielded the ball, turned, and threw. And a smart play there by the first baseman. He was watching the whole time, making sure the guy on third didn't turn and go home. Good job there.
4-3 if you're scoring at home. Moves Butler over to third base. Pitch on the way. Smith, Jackson Smith, hard hit ball to Fortenberry. He throws across the diamond. Got away from the first baseman. Butler's going to score from third.
Good job. Fortenberry stayed down on it, made a good throw over, and just the first baseman just wasn't able to handle it. And that's going to happen, you know. Beautiful play, though, there by Fortenberry.
Butler's going to score on the infield era. It's going to bring up Mark Gill. 6-5 ball game into construction. Takes the lead in the top half of the third. Pitch on the way from Avance out of the zone. Jackson Smith's going to move down to second base. Mark Gill steps in. Where's number 13?
So you got to give him two credit. You know, they went behind the last inning 5-1 on a couple of walks, a couple of mistakes, by them defensively, and they just come back hacking at the ball, taking good pitches.
Ball works a little bit inside, and Mark Gill had to back out of the way with that one. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the top half of the third inning. 5 runs on the board for M2, taking a 6-5 lead over the X-ray guys for Brookhaven Radiology.
Good pitch right there.
Good pitch there by Avance.
The man on second took third, which is a good idea. Put him in a scoring position. Put him in a place right now with another pass ball or a wild pitch could get that run in. So getting him to third makes a big difference at this level.
Mark Gill digs in at the plate. Pitch on the way from Avance. Right down the middle, strike 2.
Yeah. Avance, first 2 pitches to this batter, he was not able to getting close to the strike zone. Now he sucked it up, brought 2 pitches right down the middle, and can work his way out of this inning right here.
Pitch on the way to Gill.
And
Good job. 3. Good job there by Avance. Gets the third out of the inning, but not before. M2 Construction put 5 runs on the board. Looking down, had 1 hit in the inning, had some great base running, couple bases on balls to take a 6-5 lead here in the top half of the third inning. We're going to give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to the Lincoln Civic Center Game of the Week on B92.
For a winning deal on a new Toyota or Carfax certified pre-owned vehicle, it's Toyota of Brookhaven. The friendly sales team at Toyota of Brookhaven will help you choose the right vehicle for you with financing to fit your budget. When it comes to service, Toyota of Brookhaven takes care of everything from oil changes to major repair work. Toyota of Brookhaven, 890 Brookway Boulevard. Online, toyotaofbrookhaven.com. Good luck to all our Dixie youth teams.
Sports injury? Tri-Therapy Physical and Occupational Therapy Clinics can help. We provide care for all types of injuries and rehabilitation. Richard Barker, owner and physical therapist, has created and managed sports programs for adolescents for many years here in Brookhaven. Tri-Therapy's main office is in Brookhaven at 509 Brookway Boulevard, along with locations in Crystal Springs, Monticello, Macomb, Magnolia, Prentice, and Hattiesburg. You have a choice. Choose Tri-Therapy. Call us at 601-833-7317.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center, moving into the bottom half of the third inning. Got about 8 minutes left in this ball game. The right
inning there for M2 Construction, Beck. Like we said before we took the break, they took some opportunities, had a couple of base on ball, some really nice base hits.
Yeah, good job. They put 5 on the board, took a 6-5 lead, and what Coach Joseph Dole wants to do right here. They're the home team. They want to eat up 8 minutes.
You want to bat for 8 minutes and score 2 runs.
Score at least 2 runs.
That's right. That's what you want to
Run the clock out.
Exactly.
Got a pitching change. Cameron Rutland going to come in to pitch. I believe he's moving over from maybe first base. Oh, yeah, Rutland's going to move over from first base. Allen's going to shift out to shortstop.
Right-handed pitcher.
So if we can catch a number over there at first base, looks like number Butler.
Yeah.
Butler moves over to first base. So M2 Construction trying to close the door on this one. Up for Brookhaven Radiology is going to be Bo Williams, Hayden Evans, and Taiwan Dixon.
So like you said, Coach Tur wants to bat for 8 minutes and score 2 runs, and M2 Construction wants to stay out in the field for about 8 minutes and not give up any runs.
That's right. Tell you what, pretty good warm-up tosses from Rutland. Throws from the right side, works out of the stretch. Mountie is battering mate behind the plate.
Yeah, good-looking kid. Coming out of the infield, you know he can throw the ball.
Let me mention a few sponsors here. For the Lincoln County baseball sponsors, our facility sponsors, Bank of Brookhaven. We got field sponsors for each field: Dungan Engineering, Trustmark National Bank, Sullivan Ford, Ameriprise Financial, and Bank Plus. First Bank sponsors our batting cage and Farm Bureau of Lincoln County. And sponsors our pavilion here at the Lincoln Civic Center.
It means a lot to these kids to have all these sponsors. For the field, for the radio, it's just a big deal. I tell you, there's nothing better than the teamwork that these kids learn, and competing they learn at this age sets them up for a lot of good things the rest of their lives. So,
and I talked to Ken Hollingsworth this week at the radio station. I said, look, I think we got to go ahead to do the ball game. He said, give me about an hour to get some sponsors. And these guys stepped up: Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Brookway Market Basket, Rex Lumber, Toyota of Brookhaven, Dry Time Damage Restoration Service, Tri-Therapy, King Garters, and C&W Homes out of Vicksburg.
Right.
In no time, Ken called me back and said, go. We got good sponsors. Right. And so thank you to all those guys, and we'll try to mention them again before we finish up tonight. Bo Williams steps in for Brookhaven Radiology. 1 hit on the night for Williams. Pitch on the way from Cameron Rutland right down the middle. Williams fouls it off.
Good cut at a good pitch. Rutland kept it low right there. Williams had a good cut at it. Just kind of pounded it into the dirt, pounded it back. 1 strike on him.
Rutland looks in, is going to work outside on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bo Williams.
When you come in after a pitching change like this, you want to kind of get an idea of what he's going to throw. If he throws a good strike, you go ahead and take a swing at it, but you kind of want to look and see what's happening.
That one's going to work down low. 2 balls, 1 strike to Bo Williams. 6-5 ball game. M2 Construction for the 5 runs in the top half of the third.
They did.
To take the lead.
Big inning for them, and so...
Pitch on the way, hit right back at Rutland. Rutland feels it's going to throw across the diamond in time to get Williams. Good job.
That was a great play. Rutland came off of that mound. It was his ball. He wanted it. He came. He grabbed it. Almost bobbled it there for a second, but kind of gathered himself, turned, made a great throw to first base. A good way for them to start the inning.
Hayden Evans steps in. He's the pitcher of record now. There's number 3 for Brookhaven Radiology. 4 minutes to go in this one, kind of a cat and mouse game right here with the clock.
The key right here, for Brookhaven Radiology is base runners. They need a base runner.
And if we get 3 outs before the clock strikes 0, we'll play another full inning.
That's right.
Pitch on the way from Rutland, swinging a miss by Evans. Kind of went after a high one right there. Yeah. Rutland got him to chase it.
You like the aggressiveness there, but as I said, you really need base runners. You make sure that ball's in the zone before you take a whack at it.
Rutland looks into Mountie. Pitch on the way. Ball's going to work low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom half of the third inning. Brookhaven Radiology trying to tie it up, trailing 6-5. Big inning for M2 Constructions in the top half of this one.
I tell you, if you can get Evans on here, you can kind of work him around the bases, try to build you a run out of this.
Evans with good cuts, fouled it over into field 1.
As they say back, manufactured runs. I guess all runs are truly manufactured, but I guess when you get a guy on and move him, that's what they call a manufactured run.
Rutland looks into Mowdy. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good pitch right there by Rutland.
A little up in the zone, but, he knew that Avance it might go after it. And that's not a bad pitch. Up in the zone is hard to hit when there's some velocity. And Rutland's got pretty good velocity.
Yeah, Rutland staying in that strike zone can bring up Taiwan Dixon. Dixon bats from the right side. He wears number 4 for Brookhaven Radiology.
Well, they did it with 2 outs before. See if they can do it again.
Dixon showing bunt early. See what he does right here. Tries to go for it. Couldn't get it down. Pretty good job there by Rutland. Staying, not letting that bunt distract him. Stayed in the strike zone. No balls, 1 strike.
What Dixon's trying to do right here is make contact.
Yep.
He feels like he's got the wheels. He can get down there and get on base, and that's what they need.
Got it down the first base side. Good bunt by Dixon. Got the tag down at first base for the 3rd out of the inning.
We're going to go to 4.
We're going to call that one. Check that. First baseman made that play unassisted. Tagged the runner.
Beautiful bunt. It's just where he was running. If he'd have done that down the 3rd base line, he'd have been on.
1-2-3 inning from M2 Construction. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on at the end of 3. M2 Construction 6. Brookhaven Radiology 5. We're lacking 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. You're listening to Lincoln Civic Center Monday Night Baseball on B92. B92.
Cash in on cool summer savings at C&W Homes in Vicksburg. C&W Homes has 2 Sunshine display homes at big discounts. Take your choice and save on a Sunshine 28 by 68 4-bedroom 2-bath home or a 32 by 64 3-bedroom 2-bath Sunshine home. Price includes delivery, setup, skirting, and AC. These great homes are priced to move. C&W Homes, Highway 61 South, Vicksburg. They will not be undersold. Call toll-free 800-748-9056. Online, cwmobilehomes.com.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau with Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Southwest Mississippi's Ford Truck Headquarters. We here at Sullivan want to extend our biggest thanks for all of your business over the past few months by offering 0% up to 84 months on all remaining 2019 models, as well as 0% up to 72 months on most of our 2020 vehicles. Don't forget our special discounts for military, teachers, college grads, first responders, and healthcare professionals. Check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
I'd seen him before, that's why I've seen him.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center. 6-5 ball games moved into the top half of the 4th inning. If we don't tie it up right here, this will be our last inning of play. M2 Construction bats in the top half, so Brookhaven Radiology get one more shot at it.
Another pitching change.
Tristan Fortenberry coming to the hill.
Coming off the shortstop.
For the X-ray guys, Brookhaven Radiology.
Smart move there by Coach Dury. He's got to limit the damage right here, keep the game within reach, and then come in the bottom of the 4th and try to see if he can get those 2 runs he needs to win it.
Due up for Mountie Construction, or check out M2 Construction, William Gatlin, Jeremy Bibbs, and Cameron Rutland.
Key right here is throw strikes, let your defense do the job. And we've seen some pretty good defense tonight.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with some of the defense we've seen.
I tell you, and even some of the plays that didn't manufacture into outs, had to play out into center field, hit the cutoff man, throw the plate, bang, bang play. The runner just got up under it, and just good textbook baseball right there by both clubs. We've seen some good plays.
Yeah, we really have.
A couple of good plays this last inning by the construction guys.
And I tell you what, that's a sign of, Beck, is that these kids are being coached well. Yeah. Even 3 or 4 years before now, they're learning the fundamentals. And so when the ball's hitting the field, they're not surprised. They know what to do with it. And you like to see that.
I tell you what, in limited practice time, coming into this season, where everything was put on hold, and we got to go ahead, tell the coaches you got about 1 week to practice.
Right.
Do the best you can, and we got to get these kids on the field getting some playing time. But like you said, these kids learned a lot of that prior to this 12 and under, or this 11 and 12-year-old league.
Yeah, absolutely.
William Gatlin steps in for M2 Construction. Fortenberry looks in. Pitch on the way. Call strike 1.
That's
good
what
pitch
right there, right down the middle.
Top half of the 4th inning. 6-5 ball game, M2 Construction.
Again, Fortenberry pitching from the stretch. Got a little of a 3-quarter delivery there, which is hard for that batter to pick up.
Pitch on the way. He's going to work outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Williams. Or check that, Gatlin. There's number 7 for M2 Construction. Bibbs stands in on deck. Fortenberry looks into Sones. Pitch on the way. Got away from him. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just needs to get in a rhythm here. Throw strikes. Again, keep guys off the base. That's the key right here.
Gatlin digs in, trying to, all-important leadoff batter.
That's right.
You can get him on, things can happen.
That's right.
Carrying a 1-run lead into the top half of the 4th. Pitch on the way from Fortenberry. Took something off that one right down the middle.
I like what he did there. He'd been going with his max velocity the first 3 pitches, one of them in the zone, a couple of them out of the zone. He took a little bit off there, right down the pipe. It's a good pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Fortenberry looks into Sones. Pitch on the way to Gatlin. Call strike 3 on the inside corner.
Yeah, good pitch. Caught the inside corner. Batter was back in the batter's box anyway, kind of off the plate, so that made that pitch even better to be called.
Jeremy Bibbs steps in with 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. Bibbs bats from the right side.
Big, tall kid.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Good velocity right there from Fortenberry.
Yeah, he threw that ball right on the outside corner. Bibbs wasn't able to catch up on it.
Tristan's Dad Hughes listening up in Arkansas.
We got a Walsh trying to sting me. Now I'm okay.
Pitch on the way from Fortenberry. Up out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got a few texts. A lot of folks listening to us.
It's great.
Several listening on YouTube. So good to be here. Plan to be here next Monday night as well.
Like Beck said, if you missed something, go back and listen to it later.
Yeah.
It'll be out there. Good pitch.
Pitch by Fortenberry. A little bit low. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Good pitch, though. I like the placement of that pitch. It was low. Getting it up in the zone to a tall kid like this can be dangerous, so he's trying to keep it down on it. He just needs to settle in like he did the last batter. Throw some strikes.
Fortenberry, pitch on the way. Up, it's going to work out of the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike. I'll tell you what, Bibbs is probably not one you want to let get on base because you got to look for him to run.
Yeah, he last time he was on, he was quickly stole second and stole third, and I think scored on a pass ball. So
we mentioned it earlier, Jeff. He and Brady Michael Durr, 2 of the tallest kids right here, both pushing that 5'10" or so. Swinging a miss by Bibbs. Got a good cut, good pitch there from Fortenberry.
Yeah, that was a good job of pitching because Bibbs was crowding the plate purposefully there, trying to see if he could force a ball 4. I really thought he was going to take it, but he did swing at it, fouled it back.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Bibbs. 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning into construction, clinging to the 1-run lead. Pitch on the way. He's going to work out of the zone, so Bibbs pretty good at bat.
Yeah, it's good at bat. He is way up on the plate. That's hard to pitch to.
Yeah.
And Tristan did a good job of working back in the count there. Just couldn't quite get in there with that last pitch. Another good athlete in Rutland coming up to the bat here.
Leadoff batter Cameron Rutland, now the pitcher of record for M2 Construction. Fortenberry's going to try to keep Bibbs close over at first base. Checks him. Comes to the plate. Pitch on the way. It's going to be low and out of the zone.
Good lead.
Yeah, Bibbs.
Nice jump there for Bibbs. There's nothing
sure
to do about that. No.
Bibbs thought it might have been a foul ball. He was making his way back to first base, and coaches alertly said, no, you're good, you're good. Bibbs, he's going to swipe third, pitch on the way,
Good
right down the middle.
Right down the pipe. Nothing Sones was going to be able to do with that. Now what the key right here is for Sones to be sure he keeps it in front of him. And for Fortenberry to throw strikes right here and limit it and keep him on third base. They can get out of this without giving up a run.
Pitch on the way from Fortenberry. Going to work. Ooh, got the call strike. Thought it might work a little bit inside.
He's calling that pitch, and he's being consistent with it. So a little bit inside, but catching a little bit of the black of that plate, and he's giving them those pitches a little high inside.
Fortenberry looks in. Ball's up and out of the zone.
Someone's hanging in there, keeping the man down at third base, Bibbs, and he will go. If it gets past Sones, I guarantee he's going to be coming down the line.
I think we got a 2-ball, 2-strike count. We'll check that. Maybe 1 ball, 2 strike. There it is. Fortenberry looks in. Rutland digs in. Swing and a miss. Out past Sones. Drop third strike. Rutland's going to make his way down to first base on the strikeout, but drop third strike. And
Tough play there.
Yeah,
Tough play.
Bibb scores from third. So it's a strikeout and an infield error.
As Beck said, they're playing big league rules here, so you got to catch that third strike if he swings at it.
Jaden Allen
got away from Sones.
7-5 ball game. Rutland on the move out for second base. Going to swipe second. Thinking about going to third as Allen with a big swing and a miss.
That was a foul. They're going to call that one a foul ball.
Okay,
so go back to first.
Rutland's going to make us go back to first. Jaden Allen steps in, number 12.
Thought he tipped it there, but it's kind of hard to tell.
Ball's going to work a little bit inside to Allen as Rutland now swipes second base. 7-5 ball game, M2 Construction. In the top half of the fourth inning.
Rutland's another guy you don't want on third base if you're Brookhaven Radiology because he's very quick.
Fortenberry looks into zone. Got to see him. He's going to check Rutland out at second base. Come to the plate. Swing hard, hit ball. Good move out there by coaching staff for Brookhaven Radiology.
Yeah, that almost decapitated coach over there on first base.
Tell you what, Allen got a good hack at that one. Drove it down the right side. Outside pitch, went with the pitch.
He really did. I mean, if that ball is fair, he's probably going to score. I mean, he's definitely going to score.
Oh, yeah, that one's going to the corner. You may be looking at 3 for Allen.
Yeah.
Pitch on the way from Fortenberry. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Nice.
A lot of things going on right there. We got the strikeout, the drop ball, so they had to throw to first because first base was unoccupied. Alertly, Cameron Rutland, as the ball was thrown to first, he scampered in from third base for the 8th run of the inning.
That's the true definition of a manufactured run right there because you strike a guy out and still score a run. They were able to build that one.
Call strike 1 to Brandon Jenkins.
Fortenberry doing a good job.
Not many times, Jeff, you see 3 strikeouts in the inning and a run score, and they're still batting.
I know, it's tough. And that's frustrating for a pitcher, but he's just rearing back and throwing strikes. That's what he's got to do.
Pitch on the way, he's going to work outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 8-4 ball game, M2 Constructions with a 3-run lead in the top half of the 4th inning. Jenkins, 2 hits on the night.
Jenkins, as we said, big kid. Looks like he's going to be an offensive tackle someday, I'm pretty sure.
That one worked out of the zone as well. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 runs in this inning on no hits.
Bases are empty now, though, so they need to stay that way. If you are a Brookhaven Radiology fan, you're an M2 Construction fan, you want to get another guy out there.
Pitch inside. I believe it might have got... got him on the wrist.
Well, he looked over at the umpire, looked at him, said it hit you, and he said, no, sir. So you got to love the honesty.
I tell you, Jenkins, I thought it might have got him on the forearm. He wants to stay in and back.
That's right. He didn't want a free pass. Otherwise, he'd have been falling on the ground.
3 balls, 1 strike to Jenkins. That one got up over his head, ball 4.
Going to put Jenkins on and
brings up Carson now.
2 outs, though. Coach Durr's going to come in, talk to Tristan there, kind of calm him down a little bit.
Let's reset the inning. Got 3 strikeouts in the inning. 1 was a drop by the catcher. Couldn't get the runner at first base on the strikeout. Right. He ended up scoring, and that was Cameron Rutland, the leadoff batter. Jeremy Bibbs also scored after a base on ball, so 2 runs in the inning for M2 Construction to stretch their lead to 8-5. Carson Mounty steps in, pitch on the way from Fortenberry.
You have your Fortenberry here, and Coach Durr comes out there and says, settle down. He says, hey, I've already done my job. I'm in overtime now.
There we go. Fortenberry's going to look into zones, get his signals. Jenkins down at first. Fortenberry's going to try to keep him honest over there. Mounty digs in at the plate. Jenkins on the move. Pitch in the dirt, got away from Sones. Jenkins going to move down to second base. Uncontested.
Sones doing a good job getting back there, getting the ball, getting back to his pitcher. I tell you, nobody works harder during a Little League baseball game than the catcher.
Yeah.
And Sones is hanging in there tough.
Fortenberry looks in. Pitch to Mounty. It's going to work out of the zone. Ball 3. Jenkins, good speed out there by Jenkins, working his way down to third base now. Jenkins in scoring position.
That's right. Fortenberry right here just needs to settle down, throw to the zone, throw to his mitt, get out of the inning.
Mounty looks into zone. Check that. Fortenberry looks into zone. Mounty with a swing and a miss. Takes a count to 3-1.
Good job there by Fortenberry with a strike, and then Sones grabbing that ball, getting it back to him, and keeping Jenkins on third base.
Jenkins down at third, being held close on that by Brady Michael Durr. Mounty stands in, trying to add to their 3-run lead. Pitch on the way, change up from Fortenberry, out of the zone.
Thought he was going to get a call on that.
Yeah, pretty good pitch from Fortenberry. Went with an off-speed pitch right there. Mounty didn't bite on it.
Not a bad idea, though.
Runners at the corner, Mounty down at first, Jenkins over at third. Brody Butler's going to stand in for M2 Construction. Got to expect Mounty to be moving on this pitch. And he does. He's on the way. Swing and a miss by Butler.
There you go. Good job. I saw the ball got away after the swing and a miss, but Sones got it back to his pitcher very quickly. Kept the man on third. Second, third now.
Jenkins down at third. Mounty out at second base. Butler stands in. Pitch from Fortenberry. Swing fouled up against the screen.
Nice pitch. Good cut. Butler's in there to hit. There's no doubt about it. Fortenberry with good velocity on that pitch. He changed his velocity up off and on. That was his fastball right there. Key right here is we throw this pitch is for Sones to be ready to get it, and if it gets away from him, get it to first base as soon as possible.
Here comes Jenkins from third. Retrieve by him. Got it at the plate. Good job back there on Sones. Get the ball back to Fortenberry.
Yeah, Sones, that ball got away over to the third base side. Sones got it, threw it back to Fortenberry. He put the tag on before he got to the plate.
Got Jenkins at the plate. We'll score that one 2-1 for the third out of the inning. But not before M2 Construction could put a couple runs across the plate. 2 runs, no hits, 1 error. No runners left on base. So the end of 3.5 complete. 8-5. M2 Construction with Brookhaven Radiology coming to bat. Let's give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to LCC Monday Night Baseball here on B92.
It's the good old summertime, and what better place to enjoy all the fresh fruits and vegetables the summer has to offer than Brookway Market Basket. Peanut lovers, Brookway Market Basket has fresh medium jumbo peanuts. Whatever the garden produces, you'll always get the best selection at Brookway Market Basket, 835 Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Credit, debit, and EBT cards accepted. And check out the EBT Double Up Bucks program at Brookway Market Basket.
During times of uncertainty, it's comforting to know we have a healthcare system in our community that's been committed to supporting us for well over a century. In this current time, we are standing together, and our bond is stronger than ever. KDMC, caring for our community like no one else can.
there's a chance in the bottom of the inning with timeout for either team to win the ball game. That's what you want out here.
Alex Etheridge steps in, walked last time up. He's going to face off with Cameron Rutland. Rutland looks into Mount. He's got his signals. Pitch on the way. He's going to work a little bit low.
Yeah, a little low and in the dirt. If the dirt jumps up, the umpire, it's hard for the umpire to call a strike when there's dirt jumping up all over the place.
Etheridge has a good eye for the baseball. Call strike one, 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's that pitch he's been calling all night on the inside corner. Good pitch. Good idea there by Rutland. Kind of tailed inside to the hitter there.
Pitch on the way. He's going to work a little bit outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Alex Etheridge, Tristan Fortenberry, Drew Sones. Next 2 batters of record. Call strike 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Etheridge.
Nice job there by Rutland.
No hesitation out there by Rutland.
No.
He works quick out there, Jeff.
He is a thrower. I like the way he's pitching the baseball.
Rutland looks in. Pitch on the way. Works a little bit low. Runs it full to Etheridge.
Yeah, not a bad pitch there.
That key leadoff batter for Brookhaven Radiology.
See, if you're Rutland here, you're going to want to think about it. You want to look at that mitt and just throw to it.
Pitch on the way. Straight down the middle. Call strike 3.
Good job of pitching there by Rutland.
Ran it full, but got the strikeout.
That's right.
Going to bring Tristan Fortenberry to the plate with 1 out.
Yeah, there was never a point in that at bat where Rutland got shook. He just kept grabbing the ball and throwing it.
Pitch on the way to Fortenberry, swing and a miss. Pretty good velocity right there from
he's throwing the ball hard. He's throwing it high and hard, and that's hard to catch up to.
Rutland looks into Mount. He's got his signals. Fortenberry digs in. Pitch on the way. It's going to work out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good eye there by Fortenberry because that ball was a good pitch, but it was just about 3 or 4 inches outside, and he laid off of it.
8-5 ball game. M2 Construction trying to hang on to that 3-run lead. Pitch on the way. He's going to work up and out of the zone to Fortenberry. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Another good job there, keeping his eye on the baseball was Fortenberry. Right-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher, and he was able to pick that up right off of his fingertips.
Hard shot back out for Rutland. Throws over to first base. Got away from the first baseman. Pulled him off the bag. I think Rutland may have rushed that one just a little bit. Yeah. Good hustle right there by Fortenberry. Rutland had to go to his right and make the play, and he kind of slipped. He tried to rush it.
And I think he knew Fortenberry was fast, so he turned around trying to make sure he got it over there and had a little bit more time than what he thought.
So you like
pull that first baseman off.
You like for Brookhaven Radiology, Fortenberry swiped second base on the first pitch. Swing and miss by Drew Sones.
So Drew Sones here he wants to get on base just like Fortenberry did.
Now back over the screen by Sones into the netting.
Good cut at that ball, a little bit outside, went with it. Good swing.
No balls, 2 strikes. Sones got a bear down right here. Fortenberry out at second.
Got to go to the plate and try to put it in play.
Trailing 8-5. Pitch going to work outside for Rutland. Fortenberry's going to swipe third base. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
And if you coach Durr right here, Fortenberry, you're not going to send him unless it's just obvious. You sure don't want to get him thrown out the plate.
Wow, Sones just barely got a piece of that one to hang in there. Yeah, you kind of, Tristan's one of those guys, you're going to have to let him kind of work on his own in those situations. But Coach Durr is going to probably hold him close with Glenn Lewis on deck.
Exactly.
Pitch on the way from Rutland. It's going to work down out of the zone.
That was a good eye there by Sones because he's been right around the strike zone, and he took that pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Not easy to keep off of that pitch.
Check that, maybe 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss.
Run it.
Got away from the catcher. They're going to throw the batter out at first base. It's going to allow Fortenberry to score from third, but they got the show out after the strikeout.
Tough pitch there for Sones. It was kind of up in the zone, and he went after it, which he should. He's got to guard that plate with 2 strikes. Just couldn't quite make contact with it.
8-6 ball game. Fortenberry scores from third. We're going to bring up Glenn Lewis.
If you're Lewis,
who's the starting pitcher tonight?
You need base runners. So if you're Lewis, you just want to get on base.
Swing and a miss by Lewis.
I tell you, Rutland's keeping that ball up in the zone, and that, as we've said, velocity is harder to catch up to when it's higher than lower.
Pitch on the way to Lewis, down in the dirt, and went after it. No balls, 2 strikes from Rutland. Rutland's trying to close the door right here.
Rutland's doing a great job. He's a good little pitcher.
Let's see if he goes after Lewis right here. Tries to work him off the plate. Looked into Mowdy. Pitch on the way. Fouled up. Back against the screen.
Good job there by Rutland. He came inside on that pitch and surprised Lewis a little bit, but he was able to get the handle of the bat on the ball.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Glenn Lewis facing off Cameron Rutland. He's going to work out of the zone with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to get Lewis to chase that one on the outer half.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, good job by Lewis watching the trajectory of that ball and not going after it.
Mowdy sets up on the inside of the plate. Let's see if Rutland comes back inside. Ball's going to work up and out of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Deuce is wild here from the half of the 4th inning.
If you're Lewis right here, you want to get on base any way you can.
Yeah, got to have base runners. Got to protect the plate. Pitch on the way. Hard hit ball down the left side. That's going to work out a play down around the batting cage. Lewis will back it up and do it again. 2-run lead. Let's reset it. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Time has expired. 2-run lead for M2 Construction. Cameron Rutland and Glenn Lewis doing battle.
Rutland is changing speeds. I like this.
Pitch on the way from Rutland. Hard hit ball out in the left field. Bibbs moves on it, makes the play out in left field.
Nice
Jeremy Bibbs.
Nice job.
Went after that ball, settled up under it, and made the play. Hard hit ball from Glenn Lewis. Bibbs settled up under it for the last out of the inning, and that's going to do it here from the Lincoln Civic Center Monday night baseball game of the week. M2 Construction for the 8-6.
Good ball game. Very competitive ball game, Beck.
Real good ball game. I tell you what, let's give it back to the studio for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, Jeremy. We'll come back here and wrap it up, give you some final stats and our player of the game. You're listening to LCC Monday Night Baseball here on B92.
Our youth sports programs are an important part of our community. Rex Lumber is proud to be a supporter of youth sports. As in sports, teamwork is an important part of any business and community effort. Rex Lumber supports our community and is pleased to be a part of the team helping Lincoln County grow. Good luck to all the teams, and a big thank you to all the players, coaches, family, and supporters who make it all happen. Go teams! Rex Lumber is with you all the way.
The pipe under the sink broke. Junior started a small fire in the den. Don't panic. Call Nathan Grayson and Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration at 754-1449. Whatever disaster strikes your home, Dry Time can take care of it. Fire and soot, water, mold, and more. Dry Time also offers complete cleaning services from floor to ceiling. Don't panic. Call Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration at 754-1449. 754-1449.
For a winning deal on a new Toyota or Carfax certified pre-owned vehicle, it's Toyota of Brookhaven. The friendly sales team at Toyota of Brookhaven will help you choose the right vehicle for you with financing to fit your budget. When it comes to service, Toyota of Brookhaven takes care of everything from oil changes to major repair work. Toyota of Brookhaven, 890 Brookway Boulevard. Online, toyotaofbrookhaven.com. Good luck to all our Dixie youth teams.
Sports injury? Tri-Therapy Physical and Occupational Therapy Clinics can help. We provide care for all types of injuries and rehabilitation. Richard Barker, owner and physical therapist, has created and managed sports programs for adolescents for many years here in Brookhaven. Tri-Therapy's main office is in Brookhaven at 509 Brookway Boulevard, along with locations in Crystal Springs, Monticello, Macomb, Magnolia, Prentice, and Hattiesburg. You have a choice. Choose Tri-Therapy. Call us at 601-833-7317.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center. Just saw a good one, Jeff. M2 Construction with an 8-6 victory over Brookhaven Radiology. Some good pitching all around by both ball clubs. Some pretty good hitting on both sides. You know, give a lot of good base running. Both ball clubs, once they get on base, they were manufacturing runs out there. M2 Construction was 8 runs on 3 hits during the ball game. Brookhaven Radiology, they had 6 runs on 5 hits on their side of the ledger. And we're talking about our King Daughters Medical Center player of the game, and I think it's kind of unanimous. We went with Brandon Jenkins, 2 for 2 night, also drew a walk out there and had a big hit. I believe it was in the 2nd inning. Hard hit ball out in the left center field, and Jenkins, one of those situations where Jenkins was out on his front foot a couple of times. You said if he just slows the swing down and he set back on that last pitch with 2 strikes and drove it out into left center field, knocked a couple runs in. So our KDMC player of the game is Brandon Jenkins. And you also, got to give honorable mention to Cameron Rutland.
He came in a tough situation and just filled up the strike zone. That's all he did, and played really strong defensively on the mound. And good defensively. I mean, when you end the game with a fly ball to left field that's caught cleanly like that, you've got 2 good baseball teams. And it was a fun game to watch. As we were talking about when we were off the air just a minute ago, it was not a walk-a-thon. I mean, 8-6 game, but it was base hits and running the bases. It was a fun game to watch.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, hard-hit ball right there to end the ball game. Glenn Lewis with a drive back toward the wall, and Jeremy Bibb settled up under it and made the last out of the ball game in left field. Just made it look routine out there. You make your routine plays, and that's what we saw a lot of. Rutland at the mound. Fortenberry made a big play out at shortstop over the ball game. Avance over at second base. So all around good ball game. This was a fun one to call. Good pitching, good defense, and pretty good hitting out there.
Yeah, it really was. And again, thanks to all of our sponsors that sponsor the field, sponsor the radio, so that everybody out there that can't get to these games are able to hear.
Yeah, let me run through the field sponsors, and these guys are year-round sponsors of the facility out here. Bank of Brookhaven is our marquee sponsor for the entire facility. We got the individual field sponsors, Duncan Engineering, Trustmark National Bank, Sullivan Ford, Ameriprise Financial, and Bank Plus. Our batting cage down here is sponsored by First Bank, and the pavilion got picnic tables and what have you over behind us, Farm Bureau of Lincoln County. And our game sponsors tonight, Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Brookway Market Basket, Rex Lumber, Toyota Brookhaven, Dry Time Damage and Restoration Service, Tri-Therapy, King Daughters Medical Center, and C&W Homes of Vicksburg. Thank you all for all our sponsors for allowing us to bring you Dixie Youth Baseball here on B92. Well, Jeff, that's going to wrap it up for us. We're going to do it again next Monday night. We'll have a 6 o'clock, weather permitting. We're planning to pick another ball game and do it again. I'm not sure which game Queen's got lined up for us, but nonetheless.
Listen in anyway. It's going to be fun. Hey, it's live baseball, Beck. That's so exciting right now. I can't stand it.
I tell you what, and as the first crowd clears, the second crowd comes in. That's kind of how they're having to work things. Right. As your game finishes, they ask you to go ahead and exit the ballpark or move to the outfield area and let the next ball game slide in there. So it's been a pleasure to bring this one to you. Look forward to seeing you next Monday night. Again, weather permitting, we'll bring you Monday Night Baseball 1 week from tonight. And, Jeff, I hope you can ride along with me if you're available.
I'm loving it, man. Shoot, I get to see baseball.
Get to see some baseball.
And talk about it. That's like a dream come true.
That's going to do it from here at the Lincoln Civic Center. Beck Warren alongside Jeff Richardson. We're going to bid you a good evening.
Thank you, guys.
Southwest Mississippi's #1 for classic country, WBKN, Brookhaven, B92.1 FM.
I'm so glad that I met you, baby. And I'm so proud when we walk down the street. And I know it's crazy to worry like I do,